Yo, I got in an accident right there.
That's the wrong answer, ma'am. The Department of Justice and has the ADA Act, which says that the dog can go anywhere the handler goes.
This is a service dog. You can't deny a service dog anywhere.
I don't know.
If you want, the cops are right out here. We can go talk to them too.
Let me give you a couple cards so you can educate your employees on service dogs and what they're allowed to do. The laws are right there stated on the back of the card.
We allow service dogs in here.
Okay, she's a service dog.
Okay. That's all I was saying.
Well, one of my veterans was here a few minutes ago and got kicked out, said you only allow blind people's service dogs in here. And so that's why we're here, is just to educate you. Okay. Well, I don't mind talking to everybody about it and informing them of the laws and things, but... Okay, I'll go give her some. I got a whole pack for you guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, she must have walked up there.
We did. You like how I just offer? Look at the colors.
Yes.
The thing about dogs is, to be honest with you, unless I think unless you're like blind or in need of, I think that's the only way it can come in.
Nope.
No.
There's the laws right there on the back of the card.
Oh, so this is a service dog.
Yes, if they're wearing a vest that says
okay.
do not pet, I'm working, they're service dogs.
Oh,
you
okay.
can't deny them no matter what.
Okay.
And they don't actually have to wear a vest or have a tag. If the person says that their dog is a service dog and it's well behaved and not nasty, dirty, things like that, then they're not rendering any health codes or anything like that, so you can't deny the dog no matter what.
Okay. Well, with the vest on, I would see it would be no problem. But I would be kind of scared of what if it wasn't, and somebody come in here and said it was a service dog and it bit somebody or something.
We do get things like that, but they are responsible for their own dog.
Okay.
So the behavior of the dog is their responsibility, but we go through a very extensive temperament test in order for our service dogs to become service dogs.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
She is from a shelter. She went through a very intense temperament test, and we check for aggression. We try to make them be aggressive to see if they will.
Another guy come in.
That was my veteran. He called me, and that's why we're here.
Because I didn't know for sure. I didn't even really pay attention if he had a vest on.
Yeah, he did.
I stopped him at the door, and I was just like, "Whoa!" And he was like, "Where's the sign?" And that was basically the end of it. But I mean, if he would have explained a
most
little
of
bit
these
more
guys
to me,
have.
I would have been a little,
Do you know what post-traumatic stress is? Do you know
Yeah.
what post-traumatic stress is?
Somewhat.
Okay. Well, he suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder.
So I stressed him out.
And yes, he also has a traumatic brain injury. So, yeah, and none of this was meant to cause any problems or anything like that. And the whole point of me coming in here with a service dog is to show you how well behaved they are, and just to educate you guys that some of these guys have invisible wounds.
Yeah, see, I've just never been educated correctly on it, and I just didn't know any better, or I would have never.
And actually, he was kicked out of a church, and we had to get the news involved in it
Are you
because of
kidding
this.
me? Oh.
Yeah, it happens a lot, and I prefer to do it this way, where we just talk it out with people.
I would
and
never, want to do anything that would harm anybody. I'm not like that at all. I was just looking out. Because
for public safety, I understand that too, and the fact that service dogs are becoming more and more popular.
But
a lot of people.
I see the red vest on.
She's gonna want to say hi.
I see the red vest and everything. And if anybody was to ever walk in here and say that I would, from this point on, I would definitely, because like I said, I'm just not knowledged, but now I am. So thank you for telling me.
Oh, it's no problem. Thank you for
I feel,
accepting it.
please tell him I'm so sorry that
Okay.
if I know he suffers from the stress, which is probably why he didn't take the time to tell me and just apologize to him for me, because
Some
I
of them,
would've
it
never-
does cause a lot of anxiety when they're confronted. And even people just asking to pet the dogs really does cause a lot of anxiety for them.
Right.
So I try to just help them out by coming in. I'm their dog trainer. I have 38 in training right now.
Wow.
And I have another 18 on a list waiting for a dog. So it definitely, we encounter this a lot, especially at restaurants.
Right.
Seems to be Chinese and Japanese restaurants the most that we encounter it at. But
Oh, goodness.
I just go in and try to educate them, and if not, then we get the police and the news involved.
Yeah,
in
I would
it
never.
because-
Yeah, I'm educated on it now a little more what you told me, and I was just worried about, the dog was big, and I was like, oh, when I seen the size of how the dog was, I was like, oh, I don't think you can bring that big dog in here.
Yeah,
That's
Zeke's
all
a
it
good
was,
boy.
because
He's only
they
been in
brought
training
him
for
in
about
here
6
and
weeks
held
now.
him, and we've never said nothing about the little puppies or the kitties. But the dog was so big, is what kind of backed me up a little bit. That's all.
Yeah. Now there's service dogs for people with epilepsy, seizures. You can't see seizures until they
Right.
have it, and I do have one for that.
Wow,
And
that's so awesome.
we have autism dogs for kids with autism and things like that. They help snap them out of fits, and also there's just many different types. There's diabetes alert dogs to alert people if their blood sugar's too low.
Wow.
There's many different ways that a dog can be a service dog. So I just like to let people know that just because you don't see any wounds and the person's
Right.
not walking with a cane, that's not the only type
that's
of service
exactly
dog.
what I said. I was like, well, I think you have to be blind. That's a big dog.
Yeah.
And he just was like, well, I don't see the sign, and walked away. I would feel so terrible.
No, that's okay. But go ahead and pass out the
I will
cards to the
let
employees.
everybody know.
Yep.
I will
It's
let
got all the
everybody
ADA
know.
laws in the back, and it tells you what websites to visit to see. If you see a dog in here yanking the person around and acting a fool, then
Well, I
definitely
never-
they
he
have
was
no
so-
formal
the dog
training.
Was so big, I was standing by the door, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, he said he
as soon
never
as-
made it in the
Yeah,
door. So
I was like, whoa, because the dog was, stood beside him. But I will never look at it the same again. So I will definitely be more open about it from now on.
Well,
and I
thank
will
you
let
so
everybody
much.
else know too as well. And I'm the
Yes.
assistant manager, so I will let everybody know.
Okay, good.
So, and thank you for coming in and
Oh,
talking to me.
it's no problem.
appreciate it so
This was the only purpose of our trip, was just to be educational. So
Well, it's very educational for me. So thank you so much.
no problem. Thank
and
you
that
guys.
is a beautiful dog.
Thank
Well
Yes,
behaved.
Sissy's a good girl.
I didn't realize it. I just didn't
Sissy's almost
realize it.
certified. She doesn't have very much longer, and she'll be certified. Zeke is still a little new, and that's another reason why I come in, is to make sure there was nothing going on, so that I know if he needs to be stripped of public rights for a little bit
Well, he seems
until his
to
training's
be
a little better.
Perfect.
Yeah, Zeke I've taken to Walmart and other
Zeke
places.
is the other dog.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
'Cause that's Sissy,
Yep.
right? Okay.
Yep. And Zeke has been to Walmart and a few other places, and he's done wonderful. He walks right beside the man. He can sit, stay, and the guy can walk 3 or 4 aisles away, and the dog
Really?
stays for him. So, definitely make sure they're well behaved before I allow them to go out in public on their own.
Right.
But yeah, just the anxiety of him being confronted, and he called me right away. So
I feel so bad.
it's okay. I'll let him know that you were apologetic and that you just were unaware of the laws and
Yeah,
different
tell him
types
I'm
of
so
service
sorry.
dogs.
I feel so terrible.
Yep, I'll make sure he knows that, and he'll probably come back in and visit you guys
Yeah,
again.
good. Tell him I would
that's
love
one
to
way
see
of
him
helping him
again.
get over that
Yeah,
anxiety
I would
too.
love for him to come in, and I would definitely like to speak to him again.
Okay, I will let him know.
Okay.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
You have a nice day.
Thank you, honey.
Bye, Sissy.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have a good day.
Oink, oink, oink.